Hey everyone, it's Stephanie here, and today I have a card to share as part of the Simon Says Stamp November 2013 Card Kit Blog Hop. For this card I'm going to be creating, I'm going to be using this stamp set that comes in the kit called Love This. And to start off, I'm going to create a background pattern on some cardstock. I'm using the cardstock that comes in the kit. I believe it's called Robin's Egg, and it's a really great aqua color. I love this color. So I'm just going to go ahead and score that. And it's going to be a top folding card, and the finished card is going to be a standard size 4¼ by 5½ inches. And I'm just kind of bending that but not fully folding it in half because I want it to still lie flat on my surface just so that I can do some stamping on it before I assemble the actual card. So I'm going to be using these three little circle dot images on the stamp set. One of them is dotted, one of them is striped, and then one of them is solid. And then there's also this ring image with an open area on the inside. So what I'm just going ahead and adhering these onto some blocks. I'm just putting one on each side of my blocks. And I'm just going to take Soft Pool Shadowing from Hero Arts. And I'm going to go ahead and start stamping with that smallest circle. And I know that eventually when I'm going to create this card, I'm going to have a panel of cardstock running down the center. So I'm just going to focus all of my stamping on both sides of the card, just going into the center a bit just because I'm not entirely sure yet how big that center panel is going to be. So I just want to make sure that my stamping fully covers any open area. And you'll see when I get to that part in the card that I stamped more than enough on the inside area to completely have stamping on both sides. So as you can see, I'm just kind of doing this sped up here, but I'm just going ahead and stamping all of those different dots and circles that I got from the stamp set. And I just created this really fun pattern. I let some overlap and I spaced them all around and used that fun circle pattern and just kind of just stamped until I was happy with the outcome. So I'm going to set that aside and create the center panel piece. So I just have a piece of white cardstock. This is just Marshmallow Basil. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this circle die to the die cut piece, or I'm sorry, to the white cardstock panel with some washi tape. And that's just going to help me keep it in place so that it stays center while I run it through my die cutting machine. And I jumped ahead here a bit. I didn't realize I didn't film it, but I also did the same thing with the Desert Storm cardstock that comes in the kit. I just used a smaller circle, one size smaller than the one I used on the white. And I'm just going to adhere this white piece directly on top of the Desert Storm piece. So this is going to allow that great little craft frame on the inside area of the circle. And I also cut it to the right size so that I would have a little bit of a craft border on each edge of the white piece. One's a little bit thicker than the other, so I'm just going to trim that down a little bit and then that's ready to go. Now I just have a heart piece of pattern paper from the kit, and I'm just going to adhere that directly onto that circle piece so that I can place my house paper clip metal embellishment there right in the center. So I'm kind of just positioning the hearts so that I have them in the area of the circle where I want the house to be able to sit on top of them. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there and adhere that together. And then once I have that on there, I'm just going to take that house piece away again and go ahead and assemble the top piece with the bottom. Before I do that, I just want to do some stamping onto that white piece, which is where my sentiment is going to be. So I wanted to use the Sending You Buckets, just that part of it, but I didn't want it to say love. I wanted it to say Sending You Buckets of Happy, just because I thought it was a cute idea for a card for someone who's just bought a new home, and it would tie in well with that house clip I'm going to put in there. So I just used washi tape and I went ahead and stamped. So it's not on camera because my big old head was in there, so I didn't fear you wanted to see that. But I just went ahead and used washi tape and masked off the area of the sentiment I didn't want to use and stamped just the Sending You Buckets of. And I went ahead and stamped that first and then just stamped the happy underneath. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the Simon Says Stamp Holiday Shapes to go ahead and cut a little heart out of the same Robin's Egg cardstock that I've used for the card base. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the center area of the house clip, which I have adhered to the card now. And as you can see, those little tweezers, which are a great tool, aren't always so great. I just kind of shot that little heart right across my desk there. And I was going to edit it out, but I thought, hey, take a look and see how long it takes me to pick up a little heart die cut, because it was kind of funny. So when I finally got a hold of it with my tweezers, I just went ahead and adhered it onto the glossy accents that I had placed on the card, and that holds it perfectly in place. And then to finish off the card, I went ahead and used my corner chomper to round the corners at 1/4 inch. And no card of mine would be complete lately without using my Wink of Stella marker. This is just the clear one. And I went ahead and went along the two edges, the craft edges outside the white panel, and just kind of put glitter down both of those edges. I also put some glitter onto the little blue heart that's inside the house, and I'm also going to put a little bit more glitter on the craft area on the inside of the circle that frames that house area. And then once I have that done, the card is complete. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.